Hello and welcome everyone. Hello everyone on Facebook. Hello everyone on YouTube. Hope you're having a fabulous Saturday evening. I'm excited to share a special evening with you. We're going to go over more or less what is a traditional spiritualist service, and that includes an opening prayer, a motivational speech, demonstration of mediumship. I'm going to read a poem that I've selected from one of my mentors. This is his book, wonderful book, inspiring. And then we'll do a closing prayer. So, should you find yourself familiar with anyone that steps forward in spirit, make sure that you get my attention, wave your hand. Like I said, throw a chocolate chip cookie at me, whatever you need to do. It's all good. You should be able to take between 80 to 90% of the information. Don't make it fit. So with that being said, we shall get started here. So we start with our opening prayer, and the intention of that is to invite Spirit in to join us this evening, okay? And a lot of that, the way that we get started with that is by taking a sacred breath to calm our spirit, to uplift us, to connect us. And as we gather here this evening, we give our thanks for the community of souls who make this reunion a reality. We give our thanks that life and love continue. And we are thankful for all the blessings we have received, are receiving, and will receive. We are thankful for all the love that those in spirit have shown us and continue to show us. And we thank them. So, as I was looking for a subject for the motivational speech, I pulled a card from my spirit deck. And the card was Hello from Heaven. So tonight's motivational speech will be Hello from Heaven. Unscripted. As you go about your day, you may notice certain things that remind you of someone that has passed. Maybe it's their cigarette smoke. Maybe a flower. Perhaps there's a hummingbird that just flew by your window and looked at you. Whatever that symbol is, whatever that sign is that reminds you of those in spirit, they're here to say hello, to remind you that they are indeed still here with us. So next time you see repeating numbers or signs from spirit, give them your love. Say hello back, for they are always with us. They're always among us. You may be watching TV and you may feel a familiar touch, a smell, a sight, perhaps some synchronicity on the program you're watching in an exact moment. There's no coincidence here. Spirit is saying hello to you. Spirit is saying that they love you, that they're indeed with you. They're always with us. They're just a thought away. So don't be down. Don't be sad. Don't be depressed. Those that have departed this life are indeed with us. They're not gone. They're not lost. You don't need to worry about them. Indeed, it is they who worry about us, for they are at peace. They are one with this universe. So remember, if you feel them by your side, it is very likely that they are by your side. If you have a thought, a memory, as you smell a familiar flower or remember a specific moment in the past, perhaps it's as simple as walking by your groceries baking aisle and smelling your grandmother's cookies, although they're not being sold. It's a hello, it's a sign, it's a symbol, it's a reminder that their love is indeed with us and always with us. They are here to help us, to aid us, to guide us. So remember, when you see these signs and symbols, reach out in your thoughts. Give your love to them. And you may even ask, what is it I need to know? And then listen in your thoughts for their response, for their saying hello from heaven. And we thank them. Indeed, they're always, always, always with us. And that is one thing that I always say when I go live, is Spirit is always with us. A lot of people ask me, how's my mother or my grandmother? The answer is always they are at peace and they are with us. Okay. You do not need to worry about them. All right. All right. So now we're going to move on to our demonstration and see who in spirit is stepping forward to say hello. Remember, take 80 to 90% of the information. Let me know. And we shall get started. Okay. All right, so as I open myself up and as spirit starts to blend, all of a sudden I'm getting specific memories of apples, things with apples, such as apple pie, baked goods containing apples. Apples seem to be a recurring theme here. I'm also being shown white flowers. This might be related to the apples, the apple blossoms. I'm seeing an apple tree. You would have a specific memory of an apple harvest. You would have a specific memory of an apple tree. You would remember the smell of these goods, of these baked goods. You would specifically also remember the smell of the apple as well, from what I'm seeing. And I'm also seeing like a basket of apples as well. Does anyone have any memory that matches this? Anything that comes close to this? And I shall continue. I'm also seeing that this woman, this motherly woman in the kitchen. And one thing that really stands out to me is a wooden spoon. And it stands out to me because my grandmother also hit me with a wooden spoon. She chased me around the house with this wooden spoon. And one evening, she broke it on me. Oh my goodness, I remember that. Yes? This sounds familiar to you? Lisa? Yeah? Let's unmute you. Okay. You should have a prompt that says unmute. Just click that. Okay, so you are unmuted now. So this woman sounds familiar to you.
Yes. Her family owned an apple orchard.
Okay.
And the wooden spoon is definitely my grandmother. She led the charge with her wooden spoon.
It's exactly what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this wooden spoon just like in her hand, like just raised up, like ready to go. And what is particularly interesting about this memory too is that spirit is blending with me in this moment, also reminding me of a similar memory that I had too.
That's not a moment we forget.
No, that is, yeah, especially when my grandmother broke it on me. Oh my God. So you can place the baked goods, the apples, the apple
Yes,
orchard, all that. Okay,
yes.
wonderful. I'm also being told by her that you were rather feisty to her.
A little bit.
You kind of tried it. Yes. So okay. So you often you kind of egged her on a little bit, right? Just to see her reaction. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes. And, and oh, okay, yeah. So when I see that reaction, I see that wooden spoon. I see you turning around, running down, running away.
Yep.
Um, eh, she may have had a few colorful words as she was trying to chase you as well, right?
Yep.
Yes.
In Italian. Yep.
Uh,
Oh, that's too funny.
so she's also saying that like she looks back on these times and she just laughs.
Yep.
She's like, and how dare you tease me like that? How dare you get me going?
Yeah.
And as I say that, I see an image of her, kind of like reaching at one of her like apple goods and like acting like she wants to throw it at you, like but like in a
Yeah.
loving kind of way. And then she just wipes her brow. All the times that we've had.
Yes. That's very true.
Oh my goodness. So this is your grandmother, that's right.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Uh, you would also remember her being outside a lot too, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I see like images of her also outside. She had a herb garden as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Okay.
did. That's amazing.
Wonderful. Okay, so I see a moment that you're not egging her on, that she's actually explaining like what some of these items are in the garden to you.
Yes.
Yeah, and you would remember that.
Yep. Definitely.
Like I see you as a younger like you were pointing to them, right? Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, would you? I would say that okay. You would have a specific memory and a specific smell. Dill reminds you of this garden.
Yes.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Dill. There was a lot of dill.
Yes.
Yes. And as I'm okay, now I'm getting like buzzing on the side of my head. So as I'm connecting with the garden and the scene that's unfolding in front of me, I'm also seeing and smelling that, she would preserve as well. She would preserve in these jars.
Yes.
Yes, these mason jars.
Yes.
You would recognize that she would have them in her cellar.
Yes.
Yes. That you didn't understand it at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you were
I had no,
confused.
yeah. I was very young and I had no idea how or why anybody would do that. I had no clue.
Oh
I
my.
used to get so frustrated.
This
Oh,
is, let's see what she said. I am getting the impression that this is something that she taught you that you used to do that you're not doing as much right now.
yes, that's
Correct.
true. Yeah.
And I'm also being impressed with you did jams or something like this, right?
Yep.
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 She wants to know why you're not doing
I don't know. I'll start doing it again.
it.
It's just something I got away from, but I used to really enjoy doing it. I should do it again. You forget about things sometimes.
I'm hearing and feeling from her that she'll be there with you as you're doing this.
Yes. That would be beautiful.
That she misses these moments together. That this is a bonding moment. And she
Yeah.
says to me, even in spirit, we're together. Even in spirit, we can still be in the kitchen together. You can still
That's
joke with her.
fantastic.
You can still egg her on. She will enjoy it.
Exactly. Although if she hits me with a wooden spoon, I'm gonna jump.
Uh, as I'm being impressed with that image as well, I see something dropping in your kitchen. As
Oh,
if you would have a wooden spoon that was on display that it would fall down.
I'd be like, okay, Grandma, I got it.
She says she won't scare you.
No, she's wonderful.
She, and as I'm seeing her now, she is just beaming with love. She's beaming like she is living for this moment right now that we are connecting with ultimately what some of her best days in her life
Right.
that the
Yeah.
two of you share together.
Her and I had a very close bond. Very close.
She wants you to remember what she taught you. Okay? And as I'm seeing her and as I'm hearing her, it's not only, the herbs and cooking, but it's also, I feel that there's something that's being unsaid that she's taught you as well, like life lessons, right? Is that correct?
Yep. Yep. This is correct.
That you might not be following?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Grandma.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Grandma.
Would you recognize that some sort of white crocheted item?
My grandmother taught me to crochet. She used to crochet blankets, but she could also crochet like little lace doilies.
Hmm.
She was very, very good.
And you have one of her crochets.
I do.
You do.
I have more than one of her crochets here.
Is there a white one that you have?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. She is a beautiful woman.
She is.
She is wonderful.
Yeah.
And she's bringing forward this information to share her love.
I love her very much. And I really appreciate her coming through.
And as I hear you say that, I hear her saying that she loves you, but I also hear a nickname that I'm not familiar with. Was a specific nickname that she gave you, like something sweet, like honeybee or doobie or like
Um, no, she usually called me by my name, Lisa Jean.
Lisa Jean. I do have to get better on names. That's why I'm practicing that. Okay, now she's like laughing at me, pointing a wooden spoon. She's like, "Don't make me
You're
started.
gonna get it.
Don't hit me."
Yeah, exactly. Be nice, Grandma. That's so sweet.
So in this country setting, this is a country setting, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. You would also have memories of I feel that as you're approaching the house, that she was there to greet you, like on the front porch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That she might be there doing maybe her crochets, or she might be. I almost see like what some sort of drink or a tea, like something set up where she would just be like on the front porch.
Yep. She would take her coffee outside and she
Okay.
would sit on the porch and wait.
Coffee. That's what that
Yep.
is. There were one or two times I think you kept her waiting a little too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I see like the cup going empty and going empty again, and
Yep.
her
Like,
kind of
where is
pacing back
she?
and forth.
Yeah. She lived almost like 45 minutes to an hour away. So, depending on traffic, sometimes it would get hung up. But she was not a patient woman when it came to that. But, you
So that's
know,
why I see the pacing back and forth.
yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
And as I mentioned that to her, she's like you could see the line where she was walking, is what she's saying.
Exactly. Wear the stain out of the hardwood floor.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness. What a wonderful soul.
yeah.
So I thank you, and I thank your grandmother for stepping forward. Remember that she is always with you, that she loves you dearly. Okay?
I thank you very much, David.
And as we're saying goodbye, she's showing me the jam again.
I'll get to making jam.
And then she's waving like you best.
You better.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
so
sharing your
much.
family, and thank you, Grandma.
Thank you.
All right, so we will take a sip of water. Okay, so let's see if we can do another contact. And sometimes, the contacts may come in as groups, so it might be for your family again, so don't be surprised. Okay, so I am seeing an elderly gentleman. Whomever would recognize this person would recognize that he would smoke. I actually see a cigar. You would recognize that he was a service member. That he was actually in one of the services. I'm not sure exactly which one. I'll try to get the impression. To me, this feels. I'm seeing Army Navy type of references here, and possibly. Let me see. Okay, so he would be deployed on a ship, on a Navy ship. I believe he was a member of the Army, and this was a foreign war. To me, this feels World War II era. You would recognize a specific injury that he had. I believe that it's either on the left arm or his left side. Does anyone recognize this person yet? You would remember that. I'm hearing Buick, old Buick. There was a Buick, a car, a specific car in mind here. Green or bluish in color. And that he thoroughly enjoyed it. That this was kind of like his pride, was being like taking care of this car, going for rides. You would specifically remember being with him in the car as well. Okay, so if maybe for you, let me unmute you.
And we had a green Buick LeSabre that we would go to Florida in the summers.
Would you
My
recognize that?
dad was in the Army, but he was never deployed on a ship that I know of. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so hold on to that. Possibly maybe investigate that. Does the other information make sense to you? I'm sorry, you muted it. There you
A little bit, but like I said, not until you mentioned the Buick
go. Okay.
did something.
Okay. So let me go a little further, and you can let me know if we're with him or not. Okay. So if I'm with him, you would recognize he would be behind a newspaper a lot. That he was really into either reading or being sometimes disconnected behind a newspaper or reading. You would see him as a gentleman that did indeed deeply care for his family, but also at some moments was disassociated. So you would be having your events or your fun or whatever, and he may be over in the corner in a chair reading and just taking his time, as I see it.
I'm
And,
thinking, I'm thinking on vacations. He wasn't necessarily reading the newspaper. He was reading the dog race for
okay, so
the Greyhound race for.
okay, that makes sense. That's still reading. And now I do see him laughing, laughing a bit about that, um,
Okay.
as if he might be slightly embarrassed about it.
I don't know if he would be embarrassed about it or not. He 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 was a man who was not easily embarrassed
Okay.
that I know that I can recall.
From what I'm seeing is that while he may not be embarrassed to you, that he was sort of hiding inside that, like, oh, he shouldn't have done that kind of thing. But
No, it was part of the vacation. Is
was it?
one night when we were in Florida, he would go to the dog races, him and Mama. So
Do you remember a specific night where there was a loss that may have been larger than normal?
I would have not been told that.
Okay, because this is kind of what he's getting at. Okay.
Yeah, I would have never been told that. So
Okay. All right. Okay. And okay, so yeah, so as I'm seeing him, I see that, this was enjoyment, this was fun, this was something that he was particularly good at, but he still remembers that one evening. He still remembers that one evening, that one, he would say, mistake that he made. But okay, so we shall move on from the dog races. Let's see, what else do we have for him? Okay. All right. Now I'm going to try to blend with him a little further. I'm not sure if my energy's getting low or if the connection's getting low, but let me try to reestablish it here. So, you would also recognize that he did a lot of the home improvements too. That I see a lot of work with his hands, with wood and things of this nature. That, you know, whatever was, you know, broken in the house, he was the kind of guy to call, that he would know how to fix it.
Yeah, if it was broke, he pretty much did all the maintenance in the house, unless it was like, you know, the washer, dryer, you know, big appliances. But yeah, you know,
Eh,
he took care of the painting and that kind of stuff. He had um, a workroom.
mhm.
Um,
You would specifically remember that there was like, it was, I'm gonna say like sawdust, dusty, like, you know, like, um, not a place you wanted to hang out in, kind of, right? Yeah.
no, actually, it was his work. No, his workroom was, or what small workroom was. It was also a storage room. There was one area where all the games were stored and all the Barbies were stored. So it was, you know, we hung out there all the time. It was
Okay.
um, designated as a bomb shelter.
Oh, that's cool.
It was inside the house, lower level, in the basement, and it was a brick room.
I'm also being shown, let's see, like playing cards.
Yeah, he played cards.
Like, and like I'm specifically like, it's like the Ace of Hearts that I'm seeing. That there was a specific game that you would play that, or the family would play with him, or he would enjoy. Okay.
We played a lot of card games. I can't think of what it was called, but I remember the box on it did have an ace. I can't say if it was Ace of Hearts. And we played all kinds of card games. We played Rook. We played Gin. He was big on Gin Rummy.
Okay.
He when he went
Eh,
to Vegas, he played blackjack. You know,
and and now as
he
you're
played.
saying that,
He had a weekly poker game every night.
so yes, this is that's what I'm seeing. So I feel like he's like, yeah, that's it. He's like, you got it. You remember that sort of thing that I'm feeling from him now.
Hmm.
Um, you would also have a specific memory of. Did you like to shuffle the cards,
Mm,
or did he specifically have a moment with you where he was teaching you how to do it?
yes,
Yeah.
he did teach me how. I do remember that. That's
As I'm
been
seeing,
many.
so you have a specific memory of him teaching you that process.
Hmm.
Okay, good. And at I see an explosion of cards. So you had
That's
some
highly possible.
you had some learning to do. Like it wasn't the like you got it right away kind of thing. It was just like boom.
Yeah, that's highly
Okay.
possible.
And it says that the card that was facing up as you were picking them up was the Ace of Hearts.
Okay,
Okay.
that I don't remember. But I do remember being taught, and yes, sometimes cards going all over the place.
That's a beautiful memory. I thank him for that. Let's see. You would also have a specific memory, and I'm being shown like kind of like the way that he may say goodbye to you is like a kiss on the forehead, or some embrace of this type, or this was a specific memory that you may have remembered. Feel like there was a kiss on the forehead and a hug of some sort. And this may be a significant memory for you. It's okay. Hold on to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, but he wasn't that much of an affectionate man. He learned to be affectionate.
Right. All right. So, wonderful man, beautiful. While my connection with him isn't as strong as the last one, I still really am very grateful for him to come forward. And I'm very grateful for your family. And I send my love to you and I send my love to him. I also feel, as we're saying goodbye now, that he wants you to remember the way that you felt during those good times, during those priceless memories of when you were playing, or when he was teaching you, or when the cards exploded and he was laughing. This is how he wants you to remember him. This is how he wants you to feel. He wants you to feel this. He wants you to, kind of experience some of that fun in your life, that joy. Have more fun is what I'm hearing. Okay, love?
Thank you, David. Thank you.
Much love to you.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to move on with our evening. Second contact, not as strong as I would like. I think my energy is getting a little less. We need to, or I should say, I need to do this more often so I can get more contacts. So moving forward, I'm going to make a very good effort to do this at least once a week so that we can pull through possibly 4 to 5 contacts per event instead of 2. I think the last time I also did 2. So next time, doing 3, yes. All right, so moving on with our evening, I'm going to read a poem that came to me, okay? And if you didn't receive a reading, this might be something that resonates with you. It's called The Other Side of Pain. If you could meet me on the other side of pain, you could awaken me like a spring rain. No matter what has happened to your soul, there is so much more you should know. If you could meet me on the other side of pain, you could complete me and paint me back to life again. I know somehow you can reach through, for on this side there is only truth. If you could greet me on the other side of pain, if you could pray and demand that I express myself again, I know what you've lost has hurt you very bad. If you scream for revenge, then the darkness is glad. If you could reach for me on the other side, I know I can help if you let me try again and again. There's so much more to reach on the other side. There's so much more beyond the world we don't understand. There's so much to teach you in your life. There's so much more, so let me help you stand. Could you meet me on the other side of your pain? Could you drench me like a pouring rain? Could you hold me, pray with me, and take my hand? There's so much more on the other side. So much more beyond the wounds of love. So much if you look deep inside. So much more there's no need to hide from Spirit above. They're here for you. They're here for you to use. They're here for your peace and your solitude through life. Please meet me on the other side of pain. I know I can help if you pray with me again and again. Just a whisper or a thought of love. Just reach beyond the hurt and hail your voice. Just seek me on the other side of life. It's oh so near. Just beyond your fear, it's within your choice. Just insight of where you kneel. Justice of love to allow all to heal. Call beyond death. Call beyond pain. Call beyond the lies of darkness. Call out my name. Don't be afraid. I'm always with you. Don't be afraid. I love you in all I say. There's so much more to life, every moment, every breath. There's so much more to live. There's so much more to reach for and gather before death. There's so much more to experience that heaven wants to give. Could you meet me in a dream on the other side of sorrow? Could you call me out by my name and walk into your tomorrows? Could you love me on the other side of pain? Could you show me the world with grateful rain? Could you call out, shout out, sing out with a joyful heart? Whisper my name and the names of those who have gone before. Whisper the name of the Lord and open love's door. That was the poem Other Side of Pain by Joseph Scheel. And that really spoke to me today. That really resonated with me. That, with the pain that we have, that to meet Spirit, to meet that love, to have that connection on the other side of this pain that we all have, it's a beautiful thing. And it's a thing that, to remember, that to inspire us to keep moving forward, to keep experiencing what heaven and all those above us and Spirit all around us wants us to experience in this life. So that was a beautiful poem, and I hope that you enjoyed that. All right, let's say our closing prayer. So, as we come to an end of this evening and the precious time we have shared together, in this reunion of love that never ends, let us go forward in the knowledge that we are surrounded by your care. May we all, in the week ahead, dwell in bliss and find peace in our lives. And I thank everyone here and everyone watching for being a part of this evening, to experiencing the love of Spirit. Have a wonderful day, beautiful weekend, and I will see you on the next live event. Much love to all of you. I'll see you all soon.